Even before I would say anything, for some minutes, because of some reasons, I have been thinking about something and I want to share this with you, like an open thought. I want to share it with you. See yourself as a police officer. And anytime you go out and conversations are happening around police officers, you hear stories of police officers being bribe takers. You hear stories of police officers not being disciplined. You hear stories of police officers always doing what does not make you feel proud. Now, as a police officer, if you do not commit any of these crimes as mentioned earlier, how would you feel? Definitely, you wouldn't feel cool. Definitely, you won't be happy about it. Definitely, you won't be proud to be a part of the police service, because you would feel like, oh, these are the things that reduces our value out there. Unfortunately, you are not part of those who are doing it. Those who are doing it are there. They have been committing their crimes. You are not part of such crimes. Yet, your name, your image, more or less, is also being dented. Because when we are saying it, we say police officers. And you are also representing in your uniform. Like a certain local adage that says, there was only one person who ate the Fanti Kinky, but they are now all called Fanti4. Same way, as I sit here, now before I even decided to record this shoot, there is a piece online that I've been reading over and over and over and over. And as I read it, I feel some way about it. I feel some way not because I think I'm better. I feel some way about it not because I think I'm special. I feel some way about it not because I think, oh, Sammy Flex is clean. Sammy Flex does not commit any offense. That Sammy Flex does not commit any crime, or in the profession, I mean, not to crime as in criminal, in the profession. Sammy Flex does not do anything wrong. No, I'm not feeling like that. But I'm feeling that if it becomes continuous and some people are mentioned around the fraternity, no matter how clean you try to do it, it will not show. No matter how professional you try to come up with, it will not show. No matter how you try to always paint the profession in a way that will attract others, it will not show, because the many people are always not making it attractive. And that is what I want to talk about in this editorial here on Sammy Flex TV. I am talking about how sometimes in the area of entertainment punditry, we make many entertainment journalists look bad in the eyes of people. Now, anytime any celebrity is peeved over a comment made about them online, be it on radio, TV, and they attribute it to a pundit, in fact, they mentioned that word, a pundit, trust me, everybody looks at it with some disdain, like, oh, Zangofono. Yeah, those people. That's how it has become. And it is not because every entertainment pundit is misbehaving, or every entertainment pundit is messing up. It is not like that. It is because some elements are misbehaving. Some elements are messing up. And unfortunately for you and I, those people are looking louder, or they are feeling louder more than any other person. They are feeling louder. So everywhere you go to, you see those people, you hear about those people. Therefore, those who are even doing well, they are covered. Now, what am I talking about? Well, let's get into the issue so you understand my worry. But before that, I welcome you to the editorial here on Sammy Flex TV. Let me say thanks to Theophilus Digosh, who is doing my camera for me, editor Jules, and to you, thanks for spending quality time with us. We appreciate you all the time. Remember to subscribe to us, and anytime I talk about anything, feel free to share an opinion or two. It makes the world go round. We don't have to keep ourselves so tight in one corner and not take other opinions and views from people. Now, there's a writer on Facebook. Okay, should I call him a writer? Yes, let me call him a writer. It won't spoil anything. Because personally, I love to read from his page. Anytime there is a conversation going on online and he shares his opinion, I go to his wall, spend time to read his long thesis. In fact, he doesn't write short. Kofi J, shout out to you. He doesn't often write short. He writes long because he has words. Kofi J will write and I'll go and read. I've been reading for the past days. I think I've even gotten in touch with him whilst we're in London for Ghana Music Awards UK. Or was it the medical show? One of them. I think he wrote something about Shatter and I inboxed him. Oftentimes, that's what I do. When people I don't know, when I see them do stuff about the brand Shatawale, and I feel, okay, these people are doing what they are doing because they lack information, I try to get closer to supply information to them. So yeah, same way, I think around that time, he wrote something about Shatter and whatever. I think it was a medical show, I guess. He wrote something about Shatter and I felt, oh, the piece he wrote, the information there was not right. So I reached out to him on Facebook. He gave me his number. I think I even started calling him on Messenger. He gave me his number, and since then, from time to time, we have conversations. Of course, that's how it is. There are some people who will be willing to listen to you. Those people know that, okay, they came from a genuine heart. They did not mean evil because they didn't know. When you supply information to them, then they change their approach. There are some people too, oh, supply information to them, they will still be misbehaving. Tell them, oh, child, it's not like that, they'll still be fooling. There are plenty of them around. And Kofi J, after talking to him, he realized that, well, I had some points. And ever since, I'm sure with him and me and the Shatter Movement brand, I think it has been clean so far. Recently, I saw him wrote something about blessings on Facebook as well. Now, he calls this piece the pundits without portfolio. That is how he calls this piece. The pundits without portfolio. Now, I'm going to take my time, read everything. Like I told you, it's a little lengthy, but read everything from beginning to end, and I'll have my fair share on it. Now, let's read what Kofi J is trying to say. First paragraph, or lead in journalism. September last year, Mann, while working as a judge for a talent show that has produced no one so far, critiqued the performance of one contestant for trying hard and woefully failing to imitate Sinaso. According to Sally, this contestant had a good enough natural voice and didn't have to attempt singing like Sinaso. Then she added, as for that Sinaso, it is Ghanaians who have overpampered her. I think she is overrated. A year on, at a similar event, a contestant sings, this time doing well in Sally's submission. Instead of focusing on the talent she is paid to groom, she decided to take a needless dig at Adina for no reason, telling the contestant that she outsang Adina on her own song. And the Dusty tried to handle it by suggesting that Adina has one of the most underestimated voices in the music industry. Then Sally steps in, that Adina, who loses her voice when she sings. In this country, once you can be loud about something and get some media presence, immediately you become an expert in that field. This is why Sally would qualify as a judge of a musical talent show when all she has done is tear down names instead of building them. How is it even going to benefit an upcoming talent when you give her the impression that those who have already made it are not good enough? It is unheard of anywhere in the world for a professional talent builder to tell an upcoming talent that those they look up to are not good enough. Adina doesn't have a good voice and Sinaso is overrated. One must be delusional to cast such a damning verdict on a singer like Sinaso, who sings as well as any musician in the world, and Adina, who has done so well for herself, having released some of the biggest songs over the past decade. And even if you hold such an opinion, is that the right platform for it? In this country, we promote noisemakers. From politics to entertainment, moderate, level-headed, and informed analysts struggle to rise, while noisemakers are celebrated and placed at the forefront. If not, as a pundit entertainment analyst, when has Sally ever presented informed, data-backed, and factual analysis on issues? Aside from attacking people, bringing down established brands, and ranting like someone high on something, when has Sally ever made sense to be deemed fit to guide talent in the first place? In an industry with documentary struggles for women who want to succeed, you would expect someone like Sally to encourage these young ladies. Speak well of someone like Adina, who had carried herself with such dignity and made some of the best songs in recent times. You'd expect her to speak for someone like Sinaso, whose talent is out of this world but barely gets the recognition she deserves. No, Sally would rather want to trend by passing unprovoked, condescending comments about them, for targeting their very means of livelihood for one weak trend that is evil and devilish. Thankfully, Anidusty was there to speak some sense into what is an obvious, not so bright head that feeds off negative energy. She didn't listen and his part didn't trend too, but at least he made an effort. We need people who understand entertainment to talk entertainment, not people who can shout, say what trends and not what matters. We need people with wisdom and the ability to research and analyze properly to discuss issues. Such a cheap way of achieving relevance of the hard work of others should be roundly condemned. Pundits have to be experts of something, or at least have some sense and decorum. Sally here barely demonstrates any of such qualities at the level required to discuss issues, let alone nurture talent. And once again, his name is Kofi Chi. He has some interesting pieces on Facebook. I have been reading him on Facebook. Maybe he has other platforms that he shares some comments, but personally, I've been reading stuff from him on Facebook. So you understand the scenario that I started this with. You understand my position. Why sometimes I feel awful. Why sometimes I feel uninspired. Why sometimes I feel like, why are my people making us all look bad? Why are my people sometimes making it look like everybody who is acting as an entertainment pundit or journalist is dumb? Why? Why is it like that? Kofi Che shared some succinct points in this particular piece. Yes, there are some people, they are not actually known for achieving some things in this industry. There are some people, if you ask about their records in this industry, you might not have any rich record about them. But because they can sit on platforms, shout, insult, and do any other thing, just for trends, 1 week trends, like Kofi said, yes, they are hailed. Those people are called. Those people are always invited because the stations are also looking for trends. They want someone who can come and insult somebody. They want someone who can come and say, oh, this guy, wabodam, yeah, neko, and people making noise about it. That is what they are looking for, unfortunately. And if you fall into that category, how would you feel? Yes, Sally has been one of my pundits on about different platforms that I have worked with. From Plaza FM to Xylophone FM. I'm sure at Tinka, maybe he played some role there at Tinka TV whilst I was there as well. And it has been like that. We started from humble beginnings. The world got to know about us. But now, the center cannot hold. Things are falling apart. And instead of coming together to build, now we are rather destroying. And Kofi talked about something. The fact that someone can sit on TV, can sit on radio, does not mean the person can be a judge of a music reality show. See, sometimes, when Kofi took a dig at the reality show, I was hurt. Because I also felt, okay, this is someone's brand. But to take a dig and say, oh, they've not produced any talent, it was a clear shade. And it is because of some of these things. Yes, because Sally, who has been invited, let's be honest here. In terms of music, in terms of the real job when it comes to music business, yes, I know she has worked around some labels before, Paradise Entertainment and stuff. But I see those things they are doing there are more technical. She might not have it all. They are more technical. To be a judge on a musical reality show, it is a technical position. You need to understand music's intricacies to be able to make informed judgment and remarks on artist performances. But unfortunately, no. Maybe what we are seeing, the producers of the show are enjoying it. I know. For all you know, what we are seeing that we seem worried, the producers of the show are enjoying Charlie, a trendy, correct video, no. Kosa, we are trending. Yes, they are happy because that is what they want. The real job of grooming talent has been thrown to the dogs. We want trend. You won't go viral. Time will tell. Man go learn. That's what they are doing. They want to trend. And after reading this, I'm feeling like, oh, Charlie, this is our home. This is our profession. This is what we also do for a living. So why is someone trying to make all of us look bad? Why are some people trying to make all of us look evil? Why are some people making it look like, okay, he said that she acts like she's high on something. Sally is not high on anything. That one I can hit my chest and say it. Sally doesn't even take alcohol. Yeah, it's very clean in that area. But sometimes in our bid to be, I am bold, I can say it, I can do it, I can say it, it doesn't end us anyway. I've seen some headlines about some things she said about Shatta Wale on Ochami Kofi's podcast, 30 Questions podcast. I've not watched the interview, so I just don't want to say much because you also cannot trust some of these headlines that fly around. That when Shatta Wale goes down, she's happy. That because Shatta Wale doesn't respect, she always wants Shatta Wale to go down and say, hey, are you God to want someone to go down? Are you God? Like, is that your wish in this world? If Shatta Wale goes down, do you come up? No, you don't. But that is what you are looking for. Like I'm saying, those ones, they are hearsays or publications that I've seen online. I've not watched to be sure indeed what he said. Maybe in the near future, if I get the opportunity to watch and she said those things, I'm sure it might also get a response from me. Because if really you are saying that someone's downfall makes you happy, that is very evil. That is very, very evil. Seriously. I don't want to believe she will say that. On another day, I'll go look for that video. When I find it, we'll talk more. Or if you have it and you want to send it to me, send it to me and let's see how best we can handle this. My name is Sammy Flex. This has been the editorial here on Sammy Flex TV. I'm sure going to do this with you again sometime to come. Stay tuned. I'm out of here. Bye.